Ostensibly, this is the same layer, the same design as all the other layers. Obviously, they're slightly different size, but they are exactly the same because they're linked. And you can do this in Affinity Photo. So how to link? Let's go right back to the start. Now I'm just going to create a shape. It could be any shape. It could also be an image or text, etc. Whole load of things can be used. But I'm going to go for ellipse, create a quick ellipse, and then I'm going to just change the colour, change it to linear. However, as a shape layer, this doesn't work very well because when you convert it with a blur or some effect, it will turn into a pixel layer. Now as a pixel layer, it disconnects. So first thing to do, layer and go down to rasterize. Always with shape layers, rasterize them if you're going to use this link layer feature. So now it's a pixel layer. You can see it's a pixel layer. What I can do, I can duplicate it. So layer, instead of that duplicate, there's also another one as well. There's also duplicate linked. And I've got a shortcut. Makes it a bit easier, but duplicate linked. And I can resize. The resize, rotate, etc., they're not linked. So you can transform it, you can modify, move them around. That's not linked. But certain things are linked. So layer and duplicate linked. Just create another one. Layer and duplicate linked. So you create 30 or 40, maybe 100 duplicate linked. When you do that, you'll see here, you just got a little link there. Well, now what you can do, you can change a variety of things. You can apply effects. So you can go to, say, filters, go to blur and Gaussian blur. Every one of those are blurred. It's not because it's blurring the whole image. If I got something else, let's just quickly create something else because you might think, oh, it's blurring something. So I'm just going to create something. Now this is not linked. That design is not linked. So with that one, all you need to do is select one shape. That's all. One of the pixel designs, I should say, layer. One pixel layer. Then go to filter and blur and Gaussian blur. They blur, that one doesn't. It's not linked to these other ones. All these pixels, because they've got that little link there, you can unlink as well. And I'll show that in another video, but just going to go through and cancel that. What you can also do, again, select that. I can move it around. Doesn't move the others, doesn't change anything, but they're all still linked. What you can do, other filters. So filters, distort, and maybe deform. And you can deform it. And as you do that, you can see what happens. They all deform at the same time, which creates some very interesting and unusual effects. Maybe use mirror. So filter, and you can obviously create multiple filter effects. Mirror. Again, you can apply that and you can see they all change. What you can also do, you've got down here, you've got, say, FX, little FX down there, bottom of the layers panel, click there, and you've got 3D, say, just go for 3D. As you do that, all of them become 3D. Any change in this panel will be changed as well. So softness, if you give an outer shadow, they all get the same outer shadow, which is a bit limited in some ways, I guess, because you might think, well, I want it to have slightly different shadows. You can't. They're all identical. You can always undo that, end up with nothing there. Also, if you want to say change a colour, what you can do, go to select and go down to this one, selection from layer. So you just select that layer. Then go over, say, to the gradient tool and said, I'm just going to add a gradient. Maybe go for elliptical and so on and so on. So you can change things and they all change. Now I don't want that, but I just want to quickly show you, you can change it very quickly by doing that. So there's quite a number of things. So what's connected? So studio and links. This is the key thing here, links. You've got pixel content. Now that's your filters, all those sort of things, the colouring, all that sort of stuff. When it's a pixel, obviously pixel layer, you've got pixel content. So anything inside a pixel. Say you go and let's just quickly go to, again, select, because I don't want to go beyond. So you can buy brushstrokes. So you go over here to the brushstroke, that's pixel. So you can simply add, and as you do that, you see what happens. All the entire, let's just reduce that down so you can just see it. So as soon as I do that, that brushstroke ends up on every single one of them. Doesn't end up on this one because that's not connected. So you've got pixel content, which are like filters. Also, you've got blending modes. So if you want blending modes, let's just deselect that now. And I've got blending modes there. I'm just going to remove that one because that's not connected. Again, select any of them and then go to blending modes and just run through. Go down here, say difference. They all become different. And of course, what you can then do is you can move it around. You can create all kinds of different colourful effects that way. Also, opacity and visibility. So again, you've got here opacity, just change opacity. They all change. Also, visibility, of course. If you click there, they all go, which is really great, but that's what it does. That's what it is. Visibility, on or off. There's no in between. And also layer effects, which I've just shown you in terms of the bevels, all these sort of things just down here, the FX. And that's what weirdly it says layer effects parameters when it actually shows it as effects down there. But that's what it is, layer effects, and you can modify these settings and so on and so on. Gaussian blurs, you can just put one there as well. And they all change at the same time. So that's what you get with pixel layers, which is super useful. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Also, please check out the next video because I'm going to do a sequence of these videos. So it's going to be other things all loosely sort of connected with this. Thank you much.